Hey everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket, and in today's video we are going to look at what happened to the markets, what we can expect from the markets tomorrow. So tomorrow is an expiry day and it is going to be a very important day, and finally what happened to today's trade. So when we discuss about what happened to the markets today, so the markets initially shot up and then came down, and throughout the day the market consolidated in a very small range. So if we actually take a look at Nifty is hardly down by 20 points. And if we take a look at Bank Nifty, it is hardly down by 120 points. So it was a very small range between which the markets actually consolidated. And even if you look at the individual stocks, so there were hardly any outperformers or underperformers. All the stock movements in Nifty specifically ranged between +2 to -2%. So there was no stock which really went above 5% or so on. So there was no stock specific action, and when we look at the broader index as a whole, the markets completely consolidated. So it was hardly around 0.1% lower, which means you can expect what would have happened. One, the stocks wouldn't have moved, and second, the option premiums would have decayed quite a lot because there is absolutely no movement in the index at all. And Bank Nifty relatively underperformed. It came down around 120-130 points. But if you look at it overall, even that has not fallen much. So coming to today's market summary, even if we look at the total advance and decline, it is almost around equal. So there are totally around 2000 actively traded stocks in NSE. And when you look at the advance decline, it's around 1000 and 1000 itself, if not exactly 1000 and 1000, somewhere closer to 1000 and 1000. So that means the market breadth today was also completely neutral. As of now, there is nothing much to talk about what happened today, but we can talk a lot about what we can expect for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be a very crucial day since it is expiry. And we are also going to discuss what happened to our trade. So in the trade, we ended up making somewhere around 1.5 to 1.7 lakh. I'll be showing you that later on. But now we'll be quickly moving on to the screen recording, and we will take a look at the charts, and we'll also take a look at the open interest, and we'll try to analyze the data and see what can be the potential range for tomorrow's expiry. So this is only a potential range, not that it is going to hold, but there are higher chances that this range might hold for tomorrow's expiry. So before moving on, we are also excited to announce that the first free workshop is happening on Friday in Bangalore. So based on the response what we get, we'll also conduct this free workshop in many other places as well. So right now we had sent the mails and we have totally received around 110 responses from people. So right now the hall is completely booked and people are completely filled. So let's see how the event goes. Once the event is done, we will also upload the video as to how really it went. And one more thing, I had got many requests where people had asked to record the entire session and put it up. So we won't be doing this because I will tell you one main reason why we won't be doing this. Anyways, it is a free event. So we are going to do this in all other places as well. So the real essence of this event is to attend it offline. So online there are many video recordings already, so there is nothing much new. But the thing is, the real essence of this entire workshop is to come and attend it offline and learn it offline, because there will be one-on-one interaction. And one more thing is, people had also asked, can they get their relatives and friends, whomever we select based on the eligible criteria. Since we had already discussed what the criteria is, so only they will be able to attend, and we will be sending out an RSVP pass tomorrow. So only if you scan or show this pass and get the scan, only then you will be allowed inside the event. So the passes will be sent by tomorrow. So I am really excited for this event, and I hope that you guys are also excited. We will definitely put a glimpse of what happened in the event maybe by next week. We are really excited for this event, and I hope you guys are also. So do check your mails, and meanwhile, before moving on, if you have liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining. Hey guys, welcome to the video. So here we will be doing little bit of analysis first, and later we'll be moving on and looking at the trade. So first we'll start off by looking at the open interest and what open interest data is suggesting, and then we'll move towards the charts. So first here I have opened open interest of Nifty, and as I scroll down, and when we actually look at what happened to the open interest today, so there are a couple of things which are quite evident. One is a strong amount of call writing at higher levels. So we saw that near 16,500, 400 and 300, there was very strong call writing. Not just that, there is some unwinding of put options as well. So this can be much at the lower levels because we see that there is some put option writing at 16,100 and 16,200. But one thing is very clearly evident here. The total activity on the call side is way higher than the put side. So we can see on the graph itself, the call side activity is way higher compared to the put side. So we will see what exactly this does to the overall open interest. As we open the overall open interest, certain things are very evident here. One, that there are lot more calls compared to puts. So we can see that out of this 22 million calls are added today itself. So there is a lot more calls compared to puts, which clearly shows that at higher levels, tomorrow at least, market is going to face some resistance. So which level are we specifically talking about? That is 16,500. So this should act as a good upper side for the market, 16,500. And for tomorrow's expiry, I am particularly not expecting the market to cross 16,500. So again, I might be totally wrong. As far as the open interest data today suggests, market shouldn't be crossing 16,500 on the upside. Tomorrow, if there's a huge gap up and aggressive put writing, this can definitely happen. But as of today, the chances of this happening is much lower. Now coming to the downside, we are right now trading around 16,200, right? And there are some good amount of short straddles at 16,200. Apart from this, there is some strong amount of put writing at 16,000 and 15,800. But the thing is, since FIIs are still on a sell mode, so I would say that if there's a huge sell-off tomorrow morning, maybe we don't know where exactly US markets are going to close. If there is some negative sentiment in the US market, which is going to close around 3% or 3.5% lower. So right now, as we speak, it's trading around 2% lower. So then we can easily retest 16,000, and if we don't hold 16,000, 15,800 would be the closest support. So speaking of a range, I would still maintain a broader range of 15,800 to 16,500. This range will certainly narrow as we head into the trade tomorrow. So when we come to the charts, so here I have put 30 minutes Nifty chart. Maybe we can also look at 1 hour Nifty chart. So certain things are quite clearly evident here on the charts. So if we have to speak about the range what we have picked based on open interest, you can see that the charts too suggest a similar range. So this is 16,500 and this is somewhere around 15,800, 15,750, 15,800. So we are mostly talking about this range even when we look at the open interest data. Maybe the higher side can be much more limited than 16,500, maybe even at 16,400 there might be a possibility. So this is the 16,400 range. So even this can act as a pretty strong resistance for the market for at least tomorrow. We need markets to break with good volumes for us to be confirmed that the market has actually broken 16,400 and next maybe it can head towards 16,800. So that is with Nifty. And when we now open Bank Nifty, so first we will do the open interest analysis. And as we look at the open interest, even Bank Nifty tells the similar story what Nifty tells us. You can see some good amount of call writing, particularly at 34,600 and 34,500 and even at 35,000. And as we saw in Nifty, again, the put activity here was relatively low, which was just 1.3 million and that too unwinding of puts. We can see on charts also the amount of green activity what we see here is fairly less compared to red. So this will bring us on to the next section where we will look at the overall open interest, and here few things become pretty evident. So the overall open interest suggests that there is more number of calls compared to put. So the trend might be slightly bearish, or you can call it that the market is going to find good resistance at higher levels. So that means what exactly are the levels we are expecting? So for Bank Nifty tomorrow, when we look at the open interest, it certainly suggests that there is a very strong call writing which has happened at 34,500. In case if there's a gap up, then we will definitely see 34,000 act as a very strong support, and the markets might consolidate around 34,500. Hence 35,000 would be the higher range what I am expecting, and coming to the lower range I would be expecting 33,500, mainly because there is some good amount of put writing at 34,000, and after that comes 33,500, and technically even 33,500 has acted as a good support. So as we look at the Bank Nifty chart here, so based on the open interest, we are more or less talking about these levels right over here, 33,500 to 35,000. So maybe again here on the higher side, we might face some resistance towards 34,800 or 34,700 itself. But this is the broader range what I'm expecting the market to trade, unless there is any other news flow or US, let's say, ends up closing around 4% or 3.5% lower, then the sentiments can be much more bearish. Keeping this in mind, let's see what are the trades we hold, and also what happened to today's trade. So this is today's trade where we ended up making around 1,60,000. And right now, as you can see that we have a 16,000 short straddle with some additional put options short. So you can see 16,000 calls and 16,000 puts. Even if the market opens towards 16,000, we will actually be in a favorable position in spite of having additional quantity of put option short. So this can become something like 45 or 50 if it opens at 16,000, and this will also be a 45 or 50. So definitely there will be a pretty good gain. So next, moving on to Bank Nifty. So here we have certain bullish positions. For example, you can see this particular position 33,500. So 33,500, we have a naked 2,000 quantity short. We have 33,000, a naked 2,000 quantity short. So apart from that, we also have a 34,000 put short and 34,500 call short. So this is a short triangle at 34,000 and 34,500. So what is most preferred is a very simple flat opening, which will help us gain. And right over here, you can see that we also have a hedge for this particular leg. So this particular C comes with a hedge of 16,100. So overall, it is slightly okay if Nifty opens gap down. So huge gap down is not preferred because we have a lot of short positions on Bank Nifty. In case if that ends up happening, we might have to take a loss of around 3 to 4 lakh. Maybe a simple 100-point gap down in Nifty shouldn't hurt us a lot, but if the gap down is around 200 points, then definitely we are going to get hit. So let's see how the market goes tomorrow. Right now, the global cues are not so positive, hence we don't know how exactly the market is going to open. So let's wait for tomorrow and take a look. And with this, we also come to the end of this video, and I hope that this video was insightful and it is going to help you in tomorrow's trade. And do let us know in the comment section, what do you think of markets and where do you expect it to close. And meanwhile, if you have liked this video, do not forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to Optionables.